Increasingly, our cities are becoming closed. They're becoming fragmented. They're getting colonized.
In 20 years' time, we're going to hit a wall of obsolescence in our cities.
African resilience in terms of cities is a very different perspective altogether, because we are thinking about resilience in terms of people just meeting their basic needs.
The city is about the inhabitants. It's about putting the inhabitants first.
Like if you take Afghanistan, you don't have the expertise, you don't have the money, and the people are so beaten down. The sense of community, I mean, it's just not happening.
To find out if a community is becoming more resilient, you have to know what that community wants to become, as opposed to what you want it to be or what you imagine is best for that community.
We have gone from thinking about cities as negative places to thinking about cities as engines of growth. Cities are no longer problems, cities are assets.
Too often in the past, we've always looked at standard of living, and this is only looking at the economic side of things.
My house and my car. Most people conceptualize as their economic progress. The 21st century requires new paradigms.
And we all are enriched by the complexity of livability. Complexity probably implies the ability to be pluralistic enough to encompass those differences and say, well, yes, that too.
20 million Twitter users in my country. So I mean, this is something extraordinary if we can use it for good causes.
One of the issues that were raised that is particularly important is the issue of social inclusion, and how can you try to foster social inclusion in a segregated city.
One of the things we talk about here is how to make sure that those underserved communities get those things. They get a park, they get better schools.
The only point of the whole meeting or the whole discussion is how this thinking translates to the human level. And what good is a smart resiliency policy if the lives of human beings are not strengthened and improved?